Hey guys, what's going on? Josh here from Polymathics, the YouTube channel that helps you become a modern day Renaissance man. And today we're going to talk about, we're continuing our series of National Novel Writers Month and how to get through it. And one of the main things we have to do is prepare, right? And in some other videos I've talked about your through line and how to look at your theme and setting up some sort of lesson for the audience. In today's episode, what we're going to talk about is genre, because genre is another major plotting point that you're going to want to decide on before you step into your story. And the reason is twofold. One, genre is the main vehicle that's going to get you from point A to point B. So for example, if you were flying from wherever you live now to, or if you were traveling, if you were traveling from wherever you live now to the Antarctic, right, because most of us probably don't live there, then the most suitable vehicle would probably be a plane, right? On the other hand, if you lived in Florida, and the northern tip of Florida, and you were traveling to the southern tip of Georgia, the most appropriate vehicle would probably either be a car or a train. And then for some other people, depending on what trip they were taking, it might be a boat. The point is, the vehicle that you choose to tell your story is going to get readers there in a different way, in a different manner, a different fashion. And that's normally the vehicle is going to be your genre. And so you want to decide early on what kind of genre are you going to use as the main genre. Now, the great thing is that you can mix and match some genres, but you have to have one that is overall and overarching. So for example, any of you guys who are familiar with Joseph Campbell and his work with the monomyth, also known, he wrote a book called Hero of a Thousand Faces. That describes the myth genre. And in it, you're going to have a hero who is in their everyday environment, right? The known world. And then they're going to get a call to adventure. And some heroes are going to accept that call and some heroes are going to reject that call. But eventually they're going to go out of the known world, cross the threshold, and then go into the belly of the whale and face many different trials, like fighting a dragon or something similar, and meeting the goddess and going on a magical flight and all of these different things. And the reason why they do that is because those are the main beats of a myth genre myth genre story. And the reason why I bring that one up in particular is because that is the most famous story that's used throughout Hollywood. If you look at any of the major blockbusters that have gone through, 90% of those stories are going to be told through the myth genre. And that's just because it's been the most effective storytelling genre that has been used throughout the ages, right? All the way back to Homer and the Iliad and Gilgamesh and Enkidu and a ton of Jesus, Isis and Osiris. There are so many mythological stories that have lasted the test of time because they hit these particular beats. And essentially what Joseph Campbell posited was that the reason why they resonate with audiences so much is because they represent the death of the old self and the birth of the new self, which in a sense is transcendence. So a good example is a story about a soldier who, a boy who enlists in the army and becomes a soldier. The old self of a boy who was dependent on others dies. And throughout his adventure, he grows and transcends into the soldier, the new self, who is now independent and self-sufficient. So that's just one example, and that's the myth genre. You also have other genres to consider, like the Western, science fiction, fantasy, so like dragons and magic, and the love story, the all-star team, which is like superheroes. There's and the thriller and the detective story. There's tons of different genres. Zombie genre, right? And we even have new emerging genres like, pardon me, I'm scratching my arm, it's itchy. Other genres like steampunk are starting to immerse, and fan fiction where, like, you know, you have a kind of cross genre like what was it, like Pride and Prejudice zombie style, you know, it's like a mix. All of these different things are coming out, but what you have to figure out is what is the main genre of your story. What is the vehicle that you're going to use? Are you going to use a plane? Are you going to use a truck? Is it a dump truck? Is it a semi truck? Is it a pickup truck? You know, it's the same kind of decision. What vehicle is going to suit your story the best and suit your fans the best? Maybe your fans, if they're science fiction fans, would rather travel in a spacecraft, in a starship, than a boat. That's the point. So hopefully this has been helpful, and if it has been, please give me a like so that I know. If you think I haven't addressed anything or you have some questions, then feel free to drop them in the comment section below and I'll try to get to them, or maybe I'll even create a whole video to address them. And then lastly, if you like what you heard and you want to hear more, give me a subscribe, and what will happen is all the videos that are on Polymathics will be at your disposal, and any new content that I have will come to you and you'll be alerted. So until next time, keep fighting the good fight and writing the good write. Take it easy.